better time. And look at this glorious backdrop we've got for a full body workout. My name is Adam Brewer of Sunrise Sweat, and I am so excited to take you through this one. It is going to be what I call a traditionals and Tabatas. We are going to do a dynamic warm-up, number one, and then we're going to get into some traditional strength training sequencing for our four major muscles. We're going to get our legs, our chest, our back, and our shoulders. I'll explain more about the details of that in a moment. Following that, we're going to go into some cardiovascular work known as Tabatas, and that'll be followed by a few minutes of abdominals, some stretching, and some stillness at the end. So that's the basic bones of it. Let's get our bodies moving right now, you guys. Hopefully at this point, you've got a mat, you've got some water. You're going to need both of those things. And other than that, just you and a willingness to work. So let's get moving a little bit. Just kind of shake things out, start to walk in place and let the arms relax a little bit. Just kind of nice and easy, shake that body out. Oh man, another day on planet Earth. Here we are. It's a good one, gang. I hope you're ready to rock. So from here now, let's do some marches. When I do this, I'm going to bring the knees up to about hip height. Elbows are bent, and I'm moving those hands from hip pockets to eye sockets. If you wanted to turn that into a little bit more of a run in place, feel free to do so. There's something for everybody in this workout, my friends. Let's do this one. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the hands back behind you, just over your butt, and kick the heels up to them. Let's wake up the hamstrings a little bit. Certainly, again, these are called butt kickers, but you could turn it into a little more of a dynamic action as well. Feel free to do this. Feel free to slow it down once more, and nice and easy. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Feet a little wider than hips, toes straight ahead. Let's drop it to an air squat. Nice and easy, chest nice and tall, vision forward on the horizon, butt's going back. Initially, you're from the side, right? We're doing that instead of knees forward, butt back, knees tracking toes, torso long, no rounding of the back. If you wanted that little jump to that, if you're feeling like you got a lot of vitality this morning, feel free. You got 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. We're stepping side to side. Little lateral work to warm those muscles up. Feel free to relax the arms, let them freely flow as you go right and left. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Pause, extend your right leg out, flex the toes to your shins. Hip, we hinge at, and we lean toward the toes, we come up, and we do the other side, just back and forth. We spend about 2 seconds or so in each of these. We want to feel it in the back of the upper leg, maybe behind the knee a little bit, into the calf muscle. One more. Finish it up. Beautiful. We'll do a quad same way. Draw the heel into the butt, both sides. So we're spending a little more time than we did in that dynamic butt kicker. This one we're holding for about a second or two, releasing and going back and forth, right and left. Just preparing the body for future movements. Hey, let's take the arms out. Start to do some circles. I like to start with palms up, start small, and then progressively grow the size of those till you get to your fullest range of motion. If you can, big sweeping motions. Last 3, 2, and 1. Change directions. Whatever way you went first, go the opposite. Small to big, slow to fast. Basic progressions. Nice. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go front backers. So we're just alternating which hand comes over the top as we sweep those arms in front of us. One time it's right, one time it's left. I like to turn the palms up when I go back, turn the palms down when I come forward. Nice, gang. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take one arm up, one arm down, full extension. Get that reach as if you have no elbows, right? So get up as high in the sky as you possibly can. Find that range of motion. And everybody's range of motions can be a little bit different. One day it might feel really open, another day not so. Okay, feet a little wider than hips. Get a good bend in the knees and just let your arms relax as they sweep side to side. Little rotational movement, gentle as we begin to prepare the body for all the activity that's going to follow this dynamic warm-up. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring the feet all the way together, press the knees together, keep the connection, and then move around in one direction. Do about 5 revolutions one way, and then pause and go the opposite. Nice, just getting some synovial fluid moving through those knees. Last 1, great. And keeping the toes and feet together, let's rise up onto the toes and rock back to the heels. Waking up the calves, the toes themselves, arches the feet, Achilles. And we're just stretching things out when we rock back and contracting as we rise up. Last 2, and last 1. Great, standing where you are, bring a knee up in front of you, open it up as if you're sweeping it over an imaginary object, put it down, take a few steps, and go back and forth this way. Those little steps in between are just agility or athletic steps to reset you as you prepare to do the opposite side. Nice, couple more, gang. Last one here. Awesome. Wherever you are, you're going to step back with your right foot and rise up with your right arm. Reverse lunge and arm extension. Switch arms and leg. Good. I'll show you from the side. Right leg back, right arm up. And that back leg is going back as if I was going to kneel. Reverse lunge, arm extension. Great. Last couple of these, please. Right side and left side. Cool. We're going with jumping jacks here. Let's do it. Wake things up here. Now, for whatever reason you can't jump, you can just do little tap jacks. Try to get those big sweeping arms if you can, unless there are any kind of limitations based on injuries. We're almost to the very end of this dynamic warm-up, and then we're gonna go right into our strength sets. That's 3, 2, 1, and cool your jets, but just march in place, active rest. So for the strength here, as we do this, we're gonna start with your legs. These are gonna be 3 rounds of a given exercise. So for the legs, we're gonna do what are referred to as split squats. Basic example, right foot back, and we'll be splitting our feet apart and squatting down. I'll show you hand positions in a moment. We'll do it for 30 seconds. Following that, we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll do it again, 2 more rounds for 3 total. We're gonna do that for each of the major muscles. All right, so having said that, here's what we're doing, friends. We're gonna start with the right leg back. So initially the feet start forward. Take your right foot back, and as you do, get on the ball of the back foot. Stabilize number 1. 3 different hand positions. 1 is hands on hips, chest open, shoulders retracted. 2 is hands behind head with elbows drawn back. And the most challenging is arms fully engaged, stretching up overhead to the sky, working on a little endurance for those arms as we do it. So pick one that works for you. If you're just getting started, probably hands on hips. We're gonna do it for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We drop down, we rise. When you go down, what we're looking for is getting as deep as you can without necessarily touching the ground. Some people will be able to go all the way down, just above the ground. Others, if you're just getting started, it may be way more shallow. But as if you are going to literally kneel, as I am here, and just try to maintain your hand position as you do these. A basic tempo as you're getting into conditioning is probably 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. But if you wanted to just bang them out, great. Take a 30-second break. We're gonna work this particular leg stance 3 rounds. So right now you might stretch out your quad, draw the heel towards your butt. This is just a traditional sequencing of strength training, if you will. Not a circuit, but a basic standard traditional set of a few rounds of a given exercise. Stretching out your quad, breathing if you need water, you do it. We're about to do round 2. Same start, feet together, step right foot back, ball to foot, let's go. Same hand position. So again, I'll show you an example this time of hands behind head, elbows out wide. If you've been doing this for a long time and this doesn't feel too challenging, you could actually do plyometric split squats, right? So you could launch off the ground. Now, I would not recommend that in the least if you are just getting started with your conditioning. Save all that stuff for later after you punch the clock a little bit. But there is something for everybody. And those plyometric split squats are rough. Take a break. That was another 30 seconds. That was round 2. We got another round coming up. So you can just actively rest, walk around if you'd like. Or as we did after the first round, do a little quad stretch. This exercise is working glutes, quads, and hams. Wonderful way to shape and tone those thighs. Got about 10 more seconds. Get a little stretch. I've already started breathing heavy. It's a glorious day here in Hawaii. I hope it's beautiful where you are. Get set, feet together, right foot back. Let's go. Hands on hips. Hey, listen, this was the initial entree point, so to speak. I showed you the hands behind head. This time I'll extend those arms. This is the most challenging, having those arms up, vision forward. So what we're trying not to do right now is round the back and just collapse here. We want to keep a nice tall torso, drop down. I call it conversational torso, as if I'm looking straight out. And I would be able to carry on a conversation if the elevation was changing, but my line of sight wouldn't change. Rest, shake it out, stretch it out. All right, that was one side, but people, as you know, we got 2 sides. So we got to do the other leg. In this case, the left leg's going to be back. So what we're going to do is flip the burger. We're going to, or pancake if you're not into meat. Feet start together. We're going to take the left foot back and we'll do 3 rounds of 30 seconds on this left side, right side dominant, and getting ready. Hands on hips for the first round for me, just to show all 3 iterations. Get yourself ready. Let's go. We drop down, rise up. Now, again, taking your time if you're just getting started. Take breaks if you need to. But if you've been doing it, maybe you're just going up and down with good speed, trying to get as many repetitions in as you possibly can during the 30 seconds. In this exercise, about 70% of the work, front leg, 30% back leg. Make sure you're pushing down through the heel to lift up as you ascend. So emphasis is on the heel. Rest 30 seconds. Draw the heel in, stretch it out. Take an active rest, just walking around. Sip of water if you need it. Catch a breath. Visualize. Use this time in between sets to not drift off, going somewhere else, checking social media, but breathing, feeling the heart beating, visualizing the second set becoming a better set. Get yourself ready. Left foot's going back. This is round 2, if I'm not mistaken. This time I'll put the hands behind the head. Let's go. So we're just drilling down. We're sharpening the sword more than one round on a given leg or a given exercise. In this case, it's the legs. Dominant leg is the front leg. Even though you'll feel a lot in the front of the back leg, that's the hip flexor getting stretched. And for a lot of folks, that's a tight muscle or area of the leg. So people are like, man, I feel it mostly in my back leg because there's some tension there. But almost as if you don't have toes. Rest, that was round 2. Stretch it out, active rest. Shake things out. Feeling that heartbeat. Maybe the body's starting to sweat. Mine is. A lot of humidity here in Hawaii. Oh, we're in the heart of summer. Ooh, get yourself ready. Round 3 is coming up, folks. So again, not only restoration, but visualization. We're resting, creating a picture in the mind of what it's going to be, how it's going to feel, hopefully feel like, man, I'm getting my body stronger. Let's go. 3rd round. So hands on hips, hands behind the head, or if you were here, arms are extended. When they're extended, imagine, again, you have no elbows, and maybe even spread those fingers nice and wide, just creating a level of mindfulness. This is a very basic exercise, but one of my favorite exercises to really shape and tone the muscles of those legs, the upper thigh in particular. This one. If you're going to try and involve the breath, I like to inhale down, exhale up, rest. We got 3 rounds. Way to go. Stretch it out, a quadricep on this left side. If you need to balance on something, putting your hand on a chair or anything around you, certainly feel free to do that. We're about to move to chest, some push-ups, gang. We're gonna do wide hand position. So with these, hands are a little bit wider than chest, they're a little lower than shoulders, and the elbows drop down slightly away from the shoulders, not up as you do the push-up. 30 seconds of this, get yourself ready. All right, hands a little wider than shoulders. Let's go, 30 seconds. Now we want to keep a nice straight line with the torso as we do move. So if the body was to touch the ground, it would be chin, chest, belly, and thighs at the same time touching. We're not going to droop the hips. We're not going to crank the chin towards the chest. Nice neutral spinal alignment. Now, if being on the feet is too much and you know that, drop to the knees, cross the feet behind you, and just continue to do assisted push-ups. Rest, sit on back, pause. I like to sit back, maybe swing the arms a little bit. If you want to open up the shoulders, take an arm up, reach to the opposite elbow, and just find your breath. Let's do the opposite side if you're choosing to do that. Nice, maybe taking the hands behind the back, opening up the chest a bit. We just contracted it, and now we're opening it. Get ready for round 2, second set. Everybody's got their level. Let's go. Now, if you've been doing push-ups for a while in 30 seconds, for 3 sets is not that hard for you. Maybe you involve a plyometric push-up. Those of you who are out there can do that, go for it. Where you push off and you lift up. I'm not even gonna demonstrate it. These days, I'm not there yet. So again, you don't put the cart before the horse, friends. Come on, baby. And there's no shame in your game if you start up on your feet and you go, I gotta go to my knees. And I go here, assisted push-ups. Just keep the quality up there. Quality control, friends. Rest, second set's in the books. Primary muscle hit, chest. Then this an ancillary muscle, secondary is triceps as well. So you get a double whammy, a big bang for your buck when you do a push-up. Plus you're getting core integrity. If you find some focus there, keep your mind's eye on it, making sure that it's not drooping. No mountains, no valleys. Remember, if all you got right now is going down a couple inches, you go down a couple inches. Get stronger as you put more time in. Ready, round 3, let's go. Here we are. I like to bring the feet all the way together to make it a little less stable. Certainly you could have the feet out nice and wide, and you just got to figure out what works for you. Let's go. So a demonstration of a shallow push-up is here, but I didn't break any of the long lines there. If I was on my knees, same thing, and maybe it's just like this and up, right? This and up. With time, eventually we'll get you all the way down, chin towards the mat, and pressing up, rest. Round 3, fini, as they say en France. Hands back, open up that chest. That was our second major muscle. Back is where we go next, my friends. We did legs, we did chest, we do back now. And we're gonna do a basic Superman. So when we do this one, you're gonna be down on your belly, arms are extended out. And from here, with head staying in line with spine, you're simply gonna lift arms and legs up, lower everything down. If you need to, you can bring those arms in and bend the elbows. Let's go. And we're just gonna lift and lower. But if possible, arms extended. Again, head staying in line with spine, lift and lower. Really try to create the extension. Reach the arms out of the shoulders, reach the feet out of the hips, lift, squeeze for a moment, the muscles in the back, and lower. We're really working the muscles in the lower back here. Certainly we're getting a little bit of mid back, but the primary emphasis, low back here. All right, getting a little bit of glutes too. Stretch it out for a moment. Maybe sit back to child's pose. That was round 1. Breathe. 3 rounds, 30 seconds devoted to the work, 30 seconds devoted to the rest. And really, we're just building stamina here, primarily stamina, endurance in the muscle. Let's get set, get on your belly. If you can't do this for whatever reason, just go into prone plank, elbows and toes. Ready, Freddy? Let's go. Lift up, feel the squeeze, lower down. So lengthen, feel the strengthening of the back, lower down. Once more, if you need to, bend the elbows, lift up, lower down. But I'm not hyperextending here at the neck, looking out necessarily. Everything comes up together, everything lowers down together. If you wanted to involve sea turtles, if you have experience with that, you could. I wouldn't do that if you're just getting started. And that's where you sweep the arms down, legs open up, and then you close. Release, friends. Pause, breathe. Sink back to child's pose, open up a little bit. Oh, maybe you even bring your hands back towards your heels. That was round 2, 3 rounds again. Restoration, visualization. Part of it is that preparation, right? Getting ready. We get down on that belly, get ourselves set, extend those arms out. Round 3 is about to happen when we hear the beep. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Lift everything up, lower down, lift, lower, continue. Now, as I mentioned in round 2, if you need to, prone plank. You can do it here from elbows and toes. You could drop to the knees, but notice I keep the hips at the same height as my shoulders if I drop to my knees. Very important. Work those back muscles. Let's go. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's keep working. Feel the squeeze in the backside and rest. Round 3 is in the books. Pause and breathe. Maybe sink back to child's pose. Now we're going into shoulders. And for shoulders today, we are going to do a basic exercise called an extended arm plank. So that one, we're going to have under hands under shoulders, fingers spread wide, and pointer fingers parallel to each other as you do this. We're going to try to do it from our feet and just hold strong. Tuck in the tailbone slightly. If you want to add bonuses, you could alternate an arm reach out, bring it back down, and then the other side. But that'll be the exercise. All right, let's get set. Top of the push-up, let's go. Press down with those palms. Lift up through the belly without hiking the hips up. If you need to, if the shoulders really start hurting, yes, you can lift them up for a moment, come back to it. But just try to stay there. If you need to drop to your knees, you do that, but you still keep the shoulders right above the wrists. Notice that my knees are slightly back of the hips. They're not right underneath them. My core is active. When you can, if you can, come back to the toes. Rest. We did round 1. Shoulders. Maybe draw the right arm across the chest. Left hand comes up in between the shoulder and the elbow. Open things up. Other side, please, if you're doing that. So often when people do strength training, They don't get enough stretching in. I like to use these active rests as an opportunity for that. We're about to do round 2 of this extended arm plank. Body stabilization. All right, step those feet back, hands under shoulders, let's go. So we slightly tuck the tailbone down toward the heels. We activate our belly as if somebody was gonna poke us in the belly and we knew it was coming. So we would just kind of feel a tightening there, if you will, in anticipation of that. So there's activation of everything, but certainly shoulders are the primary worker for our purposes if we can put our mind's eye anywhere. So we've got them right above those wrists. Kind of try to see if you can fill in the gap between the shoulder blades rather than collapsing down. Push up and out and rest. Round 2 finished. Sweat's flowing from me. Maybe it is from you. Breathe. Feel free once more, if you've been doing this stuff and that's not challenging, to extend an arm out. And if you do, turn the palm in like you're shaking somebody's hand, hold it for a few seconds. Try not to rotate the hips too much. Bring it down, do the other side. Maybe do half the time with one arm extended, half the time with the other. Everybody's coming to the table with different fitness levels. Get ready. Hands under shoulders, feet step back. Let's go. Could you also do this with one foot lifted? You bet you could. Just lift it a few inches off the ground. Hold it maybe half the time or every few seconds alternate. That's another way to make the exercise a little more challenging, a little more difficult. 15 seconds. Taking it from 4 points of stabilization to 3. Breathe, friends. Find your breath. Come on. 6 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Hey, listen, virtual high five. We got through our 4 major muscles, 3 rounds of each. We did legs, chest, back, and shoulders. Right now, we're taking a 30-second breather, maybe stretch out your shoulders, and we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch gears to get into some cardio. Now, with the cardio, gang, we are doing something called Tabatas. I'm just resetting my clock for my Tabatas. Now, a Tabata, the way it's broken down is you do 20 seconds of work, followed by 10 seconds of rest. That's a round. We do that for 8 rounds. Today, we're gonna do 1 exercise for those 8 given rounds, and we're just gonna bang it out. Now, here's the deal. Tabata is designed to have you go all out. So on an intensity scale of 1 to 5, 1 being sitting on your couch, 5 being all out, you're giving 100%. It's called run for your life energy, as if someone is chasing you, a saber-toothed tiger from back in the day. Give it all you got, okay? It's relative to your fitness level. Please understand that. First exercise is gonna be a jumping jack. So it'll be basic here. There are air jacks for those who've got a lot of experience. There are tap jacks. The key is 100% effort from you. 20 seconds, get yourself ready. First Tabata, we're gonna end up doing 3 Tabatas this morning. Starting in 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Jumping jacks, all you got. Let's do it. So for me, I'm just gonna do traditional jacks with speed. Bang them out, as many as I can get. Maybe increase the range of motion. You wanna get that heart rate up. It's the whole goal for Tabatas. Maybe add an air jack. Intensity, come on. Rest, 10 seconds. Move around a little bit, preparation for round 2. We do 8 rounds of this. Whew, baby. Ready for it? Let's go. Get a little more up close and personal on this. Whew, round 2. Come on. Let's get that heart rate up. Come on. We're doing this stuff together. You, me, Dupree. You're an Owen Wilson fan, you know what I'm talking about. Come on. Let's go. Let's go until we hear the beep. Rest. 2 rounds in the books. We do 8 total rounds. Jumping jacks, all out. Ready? Go. Round 3. So if I'm doing tap jacks, it's like this. Move the arms, coordinate the legs. Tap, tap, tap. Go. I'm gonna go back to my jacks. You can hear me breathing hard. Come on. Come on. If you're doing air jacks, do your air jacks. Let's go. Let's go. All out. Rest. 3 rounds in the books. I gotta turn that clock so I can see it. Only 10 seconds of rest. Here comes round 4. Ready? Let's go. Come on. Round 4. No let up. Let's get up. Come on. It's early here for me. We start at 7 a.m. Probably early for most of you out there. We're jump starting our day. Activity. Come on. Rest. Round 4. 8 rounds. Find your breath. Short breathers, 4 minutes of intensity. Let's go. 5. Right, you try to speed it up a little bit. Come on. Easy like Sunday morning. Not really. Come on. But if you're just getting back into fitness, just doing a jack, might be 100% for you peeps. This might be 100%. You got to know you. Rest. 3 rounds of this. I'm going to do a little walkabout, as they say in Australia. Holy moly. Let's go. 6 of 8. 4 minutes. Broken up in the rounds of 3 seconds of work. 10 seconds of breather. This is round 6. I'm a haul out. This is not meant to be a walk in the park. Not even close. The opposite of that. Come on, rest. I was looking for the clock. I'm gonna walk about the other way. Balance things out. Round 7's coming up. Ready? Let's go. All out. Speed if you can. But don't overdo it. Challenge, but don't overwhelm, as I like to say. Push yourself to your limit, not mine. This is round 7. Come on. Come on. Rest. 1 to go. We can do this. Come on. I'm at my edge. You be at your edge. Right there, people. Let's go. We're living on the edge. Round 8. Final round. And then we get a minute breather before we do another Tabata. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Bigger arms. More movement. Burn it out. Go for broke. Rest. We got it done. Okay, gang. We got 8 rounds in. Walk around. You got a minute to breathe. To recover. 1 minute. I'm setting my clock. We're about to do a second Tabata. High intensity. This one's going to be for those that can get down on their hands, mountain climbers. So when we do that, hands are going to be underneath shoulders, top of the push-up position, and you're just going to be running those knees in underneath you. If you have wrist issues, you can bring your hands up to hip height standing and just bring the knees up. It can be like this, or it can be like that. So there's something for everybody. You do you, boo, as they say. Come on. My heart rate's starting to come down a little bit. That's a good thing, because we don't want to go from one Tabata into the next Tabata. Heart rate jack through the sky. Little breathers here in between. Honor where you are on this day. Okay, we got about another 10 seconds before we start a second Tabata. I'm gonna reset my mat. Remember, all out intensity from you based on your fitness level. Round 2 for a Tabata. Mountain climbers. Let me reset my clock. I'm gonna do it with, again, hands under shoulders, knees coming in toward chest. Maybe you're standing with hands as targets. Remember, hands are at the hips, knees come to the hands, not hands going to the knees. 20 seconds, starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, all out effort. Let's work. Come on. Now, there are plenty of you out there who can do faster mountain climbers than I am right now. And if that's you, I challenge you to do that. You don't have to go at my speed. You don't have to look at me and go, oh, he's not working hard. I am, trust me, for me right now. Not going easy. I'm doing what I can. Rest. That was 1 round. Now, round 2, I'm going to show you the example of the high knees. Hands at hip height, knees coming up. Ready? So that might look like this for you. If you're just getting back into fitness, maybe it's this. Let's go. You do you. Come on, keep going. Maybe it's going back and forth. Maybe you do this where it's more of a march, and then you go into high knees. Hands as targets. But I'm not bringing the hands down. Hands are there, knees are up. Come on, rest. That was 2 rounds of 8. I'm going back to mountain climbers. Oh man, I love it. Getting our body fit and healthy. Ready? Let's go. Round 3. Press firmly down into those palms. Knees towards chest. A core exercise, but we're making it cardio because we're adding a little bit of speed to it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, stop. That was 3 rounds. Oh man, that heart beating is a good thing. Round 4 is coming up. Hands as targets. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Knees up. If you can go faster than me, go faster than me. If you need to go slower than me, go slower than me. But let's do what we can do to push ourselves toward our edge. Short period of work. 3, 2, 1, bam. 4 of 4 done. I'm going back to mountain climb. Let's go, ready? Let's go. 10 seconds of break. Let's do this. Come on, round 5. Ease in. If you can go faster, you go faster. I can't right now. It's where I am today. Come on, come on. 3, 2, 1. 5 rounds. Walk it out. We'll go back to high knees. These are healthy high knees, not high knees that you drink when you go to a bar. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. Come on, it's around 5. That's all right. Come on. My heart rate's up. You can hear how heavy I'm breathing. That's a good thing. I'm right there with you. Just because it's Sunday, right? It's not a day of rest right now. You're gonna have plenty of that the rest of the way. That was round 6. We're going back to mountain climbers, round 7. Ready? Go. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Come on. Press down, lift up, draw in. Let's go. Come on. 7 seconds. Don't stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, baby. 7 rounds in the book. Cross it off. 1 to go. High knees. Ready? Let's go. Here it is. Get them going. Bring the knees up. Come on. Let's go. Get the hands or the knees to the hands. Let's go. I want to move around a little bit. Yeah. Come on. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Your heart rate should be way up. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Why? Because I need it. I invite you to do the same if you need it. Not your primary hydration, supplemental. Primary supplementation should happen about an hour before the workout or so. Big, full glass of water so that you're ready to work. Throughout the workout, just little sips. Okay. And having that water at the ready is a part of preparation. So let's say we have 3 sets of these or 3 different Tabatas. I did. So our third Tabata is burpees. I did just say that. I'm going to slide this a little bit this way because I'm actually going to be off the mat for these guys. It'll move my mat around. But the basics of the burpee are as follows. Feet a little bit wider than hips, arms extending up. You're going to squat down, put your hands on the ground. Feet go back, feet come in, and you stand up and stretch up. Tons of different iterations of that. Excuse me, you can jump back. I don't recommend a push-up, even though I just showed it to you, simply because we've already done a push-ups in this, but just jump up, jump back. You can stand up, jump the feet back, jump them in. So lots of ways to do it. Figure out what works for you. If you absolutely need to, just touch the ground, touch the sky. 20 seconds. But this is meant to push you to your edge. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Figure out what works for you today. It's a 5 intensity. Let's do this. Come on. You want to be breathing heavy. Come on. If you can do more than me, do more than me. This is about you, not me. Rest. 1 of 8 rounds. It's about us, really. Grand scheme of things. No separation between me and you. Let's do this. Come on, let's encourage each other. Build up, not break down. Lift up instead of criticize. Yes, cooperate instead of compare. Let's do this. This is round 2. We got 8 rounds of this. Yeah, baby. Rest. 2 done. 6 to go. Come on, round 3. Arms up, let's go. Round 3. Now stop talking and just do some work. Heart rate's up. 5 seconds. Rest. Oh. Now, as an example, if you're really out of it, turn it down low for a round. What I'm about to do. Let's go. Arms up, arms down. Round sky touches. I keep my vision forward. I'm going here. I might even rise up on my toes. That's a way to come back to planet Earth. If you're feeling like going a little too far, friends. Now I have my spacesuit on. Rest. 4 rounds. I'm back on planet Earth. Go back to my burpee, baby. Ready? Let's go. Round 5. I jumped. Who am I kidding? Try to inspire a little bit. But if you have any knee injuries, don't jump. Any spine injuries, don't jump. Come on. Use some wisdom. It's not no pain, no gain. Come on. And rest. 5 rounds done. 20 on, 10 off. Let's go. Here we are. Round 6. Come on. Oh man, this is all out effort. Come on. You can hear it. I'm gassed. Rest. I'm going to turn it down to TV. Come back to planet Earth. Here we go. Ready? Ground sky touch. Still working. Still breathing hard. Just knowing my body. Knowing what it's capable of today. Come on. And I'm going to push the last round. Rest. 7 rounds. 1 to go. Empty the tank if you can. We'll get to breathe for 2 minutes after. Ready? Let's go. 20 seconds. Come on. Get up. Do it. Come on. We can do this for 10 seconds together. We got 2 minutes rest after this. Come on. Couple more. 1 more. Let's go. Come on. Get up. And rest. High five. Double high five. That's 10. 2 minutes of rest. That last Tabatas in the books. Walk and breathe. I'm only human. Oh, you know that song, Human League? I think back in the day. Frankly, we just made this big move to Hawaii. There's a lot of attendant stress in the transition. Wasn't able to consistently get as much exercise as I would normally like to. So I'm building back up. Honoring where that platform is today. Not what it was a couple months ago, but where I am today. Slowly but surely building up again. Okay, now listen. We did our 3 rounds at Tabatas. Done. Finished. Now we're going to go into 5 minute abs. It's a little routine I like to do often, not always, but often. We're going to do these exercises 20 reps each. Do what you can at the tempo I'm doing it. If you need to do less, you do less today. And as you build your strength and endurance, you'll be able to do it. But just do what you can today. Okay, friends? All right. 2 minutes of rest. Heart rate should be starting to come down a little bit. If you know your heart rate's still jacked up, then I would still take a few more moments of rest and join in when you can. I don't even need the clock. We're doing 20 reps of, in this first exercise, what we call heel taps. So you're gonna place your hands underneath your butt, way down low towards your hamstrings. Make sure you feel the small of the back, the low back connected to the mat. Knees over hips, feet connected, keep the connection. You'll be dropping the heels and bringing it back up. Same starting point, 20 reps. I like to rest my hand. If you have a lot, or head rather, if you have a lot of experience, you can place the hands right down at your sides, not underneath your butt. But get ready. Begin. Tap. 1, tap. 2, tap. 3, tap. 4, tap. 5, tap. 6, tap. 7, tap. 8, tap. 9, tap. 10, tap. 10, tap. 9, tap. 8, tap. 7, tap. 6, tap. 5, tap. 4, tap. 3, tap. 2, tap. 1. Now, same starting position, 20 reps of knees to chest with a little bit of hip lift. We're targeting the lower abs here, gang. Begin. In. 1, in. 2, in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, in. 2, in. 1. Feet down near your butt. Left leg extends out. Right hand behind your head. Left arm out about 30 degrees. All we're doing is crunching, right elbow toward left knee, coming back out. Could you keep the leg straight? You bet. Could you have the arm straight? Absolutely. 20 reps. Begin. In. 1, in. 2, in. 3, in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Left hand behind head, right leg out. Begin. In. 1, in. 2, in. 3, in. 4, in. 5, in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Left foot crosses over on top of right leg, just above the knee. Left knee out wide, right hand behind head. It's right shoulder toward left knee. I like to have the left hand out. Hands behind the head to support the neck. 20 reps. Begin. Up. 1, up. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, up. 9, up. 10, up. 10, up. 9, up. 8, up. 7, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second verse, same as the first. Opposite side, y'all. Left hand behind head. Target is the right knee. Begin. Up. 1, up. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last exercise, basic crunch, feet on the ground, hands behind head, supporting neck, elbows out wide. And we just lift up, lower down. Could you have the legs extended out and stack, as an example, right heel on top of left toes? Changing that stack at the halfway, sure. Could you have your feet here? Could you have your feet here? You bet. Figure out what works for you. 20 pulsing crunches, chin off chest, lift shoulders a bit, activate upper abs. Begin. Up. 1, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We did it. Oh, just relax. Maybe let the feet feel a little wider than hips. Knees knock in. Just relax the low back. Arms out, full release. Way to go, friends. We're going to move into some stretching next. So let's do this. For a moment, let's bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out wide, kind of a butterfly-ish position. And then just bring your hands overhead and just open up for a moment. Allow yourself to now consciously control the breath a bit. We're moving from that fight or flight active state towards a sympathetic nervous system activation. all that high energy stuff into a rest and digest, chillax mode where the parasympathetic kicks in, slowing down that heart rate, slowing down our breath. Okay, let's try this. Let's bring those knees back in. Let's cross the left foot over on top of that right thigh again, just above the knee. And with the left knee out, you got an eye of a needle now in between the legs. Take your left hand through the eye of the needle, right hand around behind that right thigh, interlace the fingers, draw the toes toward the shins, rest the head and draw that right knee in towards your chest. Try to keep that left knee out nice and wide. And just find your breath once you found the stretch. If you know any advanced iterations of this, please feel free to do them. I want you to feel held back by this. If you want to go into pigeon, if you don't have pigeon, feel free. I'm just doing a basic figure 4. Take a nice inhale through the nose. And a slow, long exhale out the mouth. Continue that pattern. And every time you exhale, see if you can just relax a little bit more. Don't try to do more. Try to relax more. Try to let go more. Try to release more. Awesome. Let's slowly release that. Let's do the other side. Stretching is not a competition in any way, shape, or form. Right foot's on top of left. Thread the eye of the needle with the right hand. Interlace behind the left. Flex the toes toward the shin. Draw the left knee in toward the chest. Try to keep that right knee out nice and wide. Relax the neck by letting the head rest if you can. And breathe. If you get to a point in the stretch where you're holding the breath because you're trying to work at it, I invite you to back off a little bit so that you can find your breath. And what I mean by that is, again, light, slow, deep inhales, light, slow, deep exhales, trying to lengthen out the exhale actually a little bit longer than the inhale. Relaxation's correlated, or sorry, exhalation is correlated with relaxation. Very nice. Slowly release that. We're going to do this next. Extend your left leg out nice and long. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, a lion spinal twist. So with that right knee drawn in, the left leg out, try to flex the left toes towards your shin. Take your right arm out to the side, around shoulder height, keep the palm down, right shoulder down. And with your left hand, let's twist across away from that right arm. If you can turn your head to look toward the right arm, which is extended out, try that. If that doesn't feel good, don't. Basic idea. Remember, stretch, don't strain. Find your breath. Only go so far as you can. If you like to extend your top leg out, feel free to do that. And be able to breathe freely when light, slow, deep breaths. Awesome. Let's come back to center. Reset your spine. Change legs. Right leg out. Flex toes in. Left knee draws in. Left arm out to the side, palm down. Left shoulder down. Right hand takes that left leg across the midline. If you can look toward the left, let's do that. If not, let's not. Looking up to some beautiful skies above. Some clouds and blue, kind of like my mats. As above, so below, as it's been said. That is definitely ringing true today. I'm grateful for this moment. I encourage you to try to be grateful as well. And let that be the underlying energy of this and all workouts, right? It's a form of self-love, my friends. Let's come back to center. Very nice. Now, we're going to rock up. So we're going to place the hands behind the thighs and then just begin to rock forward and backward a little bit. If you need to just roll over on your side because this hurts your spine, do it. That's a little bit of a spinal massage. Once we get up, extend those legs out. We're going to get your hamstrings next. So if you're tight in the back of the leg, when you're already rounding your back with your legs extended, bend the knees a little bit. Our goal is to get a nice long spine. We're going to stretch the arms up nice and high, the full reach. And then from our hips, we're going to start to hinge. And then at a certain point, you won't be able to go any further and just let your arms relax. For some, that means the hands are going to come down and touch the the shins. Some it's going to get to the tops of the feet. Others may get beyond the toes. But we're not forcing. We want to feel this in the back of the leg, not in the low back so much. So if you feel the compression there, ease off a little bit. Maybe even get a towel and sit up a little more upright. Wrap the towel around your feet so that you don't feel it in your low back, but you feel it either in the hamstrings, behind the knees a little bit, or into the calves, and just relax. Inhale, exhale. I encourage you to feel something. So what we don't want to do is just sit here and go to a place where I don't feel it in the hamstrings, I'm tired or whatever. This is still part of the workout, meaning we're placing mindfulness there. We're bringing a lot of awareness to the back of the leg, because this part of our body had a lot of contraction happen there during our workout. And right now, that just means it's been shortened a lot. And right now with the body warm, the sweat flowing, we're going to get a chance to open up and to lengthen a bit. Get stretched out, really. And there are plenty out there I know who can stretch well beyond what I'm doing presently. Good on you. Those out there who can't even come close, good on you. You are right where you're meant to be right now. We're getting out of that comparison game. Awesome. Let's release. Quad next. So this one for the quad, we're going to draw the left leg back and see if we can place it just outside the left hip thigh area, outer thigh. Now, if that hurts your knee already, just roll onto your side. And what I would mean by that is roll onto your right side and just draw it in like this. And you won't have any pain there, hopefully. But if you're here, we got it back, and maybe have the hands back a little bit. Try to keep the left knee connected to the mat if possible. Feel a stretch. If you can go back further onto your elbows without lifting that knee, great. Those of you who can go all the way back onto your back, awesome. The main thing is, right, to be able to breathe wherever you are. And try to get out of your head. If you're in that space, it's going like, oh my God, I'm so tight. How could I have let this happen? Maybe I'll go there from time to time and just say, hey, I am where I am presently, and I'm working on me right now. And this is part of that journey. I'm grateful I can do this today. I'm grateful I can feel this muscle stretch. And thank you, muscle, for doing what you do every day, for moving me around, getting me to and fro, keeping functional. Throw some love there, rather than throwing some shade there. But let's change sides. So we switch it up. The transitions are important, right? Try to be graceful there if you can. And if you're one of those people right now who's going like, I'm not graceful. You're working on becoming graceful. Every single one of us, really our nature is grace. And we're just tapping into it. And part of it is just a willingness to allow ourselves to feel graceful. To not put the restriction on ourselves, right? Or the constriction that says, I'm not grateful. You can change that mantra completely. Also, my essence is grace. I am graceful. I am becoming more and more graceful with each and every day. We're riding a no stress express right now, friends. That's what this little segment of this workout is all about. And in my opinion, way too often in our quick fix, fast-paced society, the stretch, the flexibility work gets left out way too frequently. People will like bang out workouts and go about their day and never, and then you'll hear an instructor say, yeah, make sure you get 10 minutes of stretching in. Probably 95% of people will not do it. I believe it's a part of the workout that's just as important as everything else, perhaps even more important. You really get down to the brass tacks of it all. It's been said, flexible spine, flexible mind. And as we know in today's age, with everything going on, we need more adaptability, flexibility, right? Malleability, physically, mentally, emotionally. All right, let's release that. Cool. All right, let's go here. Let's get up to our feet and then transition up for a moment. And as we do this, what I'd like you to do is take those feet out nice and wide. Toes are pretty much straight ahead, maybe slightly externally oriented or out. And we're just going to slide over to the left side. You can place your hands on top of your thigh. You can come down to your forearms. You can even reach down, and I've got my right hand going toward my left toes. We want to push the bottom back a bit and try to feel that into the, in this case, right inner groin area, right inner thigh. And just find some breath here. And let's slide the other way. Smoothly go over. See if you can do what you did on the other side, on this side, meaning if you're on your forearms, see if you can go there. But if not, if there's a limitation, hey, maybe you're here. And you just let that be so. We're not forcing the body to be symmetrical, because frankly, most of our bodies are asymmetrical. It's just the way we're designed, even right down to our face. If you look at the right side and left side, there's a lot of asymmetry. And that's part of the beauty of being human. And just becoming more and more aware of our body, the way it moves, the way it functions, and appreciating it rather than flagellating it. Beating ourselves up. I did way too much of that for way too long in my life, and really working on letting that stuff go. Cool, let's release that. Now, as we bring the feet underneath us, let's find a place where we can get the feet a little bit outside the hips so we feel grounded. And let's stretch the arms up nice and high toward the sky. Let's interlace the fingers and either release the pointers to go straight up, or if you can turn the palms up, really stretch toward the sky, elongate the spine, breathe here for a moment. And with that length, take a nice inhale, and we're going to lean over to the right side, trying to keep the extension of the arms wherever you are. Find your breath. We're hanging out here for a minute. We're not just rushing back to center. Let's come back to the center. Take another nice inhale, re-engage length, and let's go to the other side. Find that stretch there. Winds are blowing here, man. Winds of change. Transformational winds. And every day we get to the mat and do a workout. Check it off. Step in the direction. Journey the 1,000 miles begins with one step, one workout. Release the hands. Take them behind your back. Interlace them back there. Draw the shoulders back. And then once they're drawn back, see if you can root them down a bit, right? Chin stays parallel to the earth for our purposes right now. But we're just in the space of scapular retraction. And our shoulders are slightly depressed, meaning drawn down a bit without strain. And we're just leading with the heart wide open. We're breathing into the front of our body. We need a lot more people leading from their heart these days. And they say the longest journey is the journey from the head to the heart, right? So yeah, we got to be able to think and be clear and be logical, but at the same time, we got to feel, allow ourselves to be emotional and connect, or not only with ourselves, certainly that's the number one relationship, but with others, everybody out there. All right, let's release that. Shake it out. Gang, we got the main part of the workout in. We're going to take a few minutes for stillness. So I'm going to sit on my mat, but if you need to sit on a chair, grab a chair. If sitting cross-legged like I'm about to do, you think might hurt your knees, don't do it. Figure out something that you can do that will allow you to find a little bit of comfort, in particular in your hips. And we're just going to take about, let me see what time it is actually. I don't even know. Yeah, about 5 minutes or so to sit in some stillness and to just practice appreciation, to kind of anchor ourselves in some gratitude before we move out into the rest of our day. So while you're finding a place to sit, I'm just going to set my little timer here. So bear with me for just a moment. I'm going to set the time for 5 minutes here. I like these little meditation timers. Those nice little interval timers and all that kind of stuff. Little chimes, and 5 minutes will be what we do, sitting in some stillness. So hopefully you found your seat at this point, and you'll probably hear a little bell here, maybe, I hope, and when we start. And so before I press that again, just make sure you found a comfortable position, and wherever you're seated, whether it's sitting cross-legged on the ground like I am, or on a chair. If you're in a chair, have your feet, if possible, firmly planted on the ground. And let's all then bring our hands to our thighs. They could be hanging out over the knees like mine are. Maybe they're on your thighs with palms up, gesture of receptivity, or palms down, or even hands connected in the center of your body. But find something that's comfortable for you, where you can keep your spine somewhat elongated, but without strain. And once you've found that, I invite you to close your eyes. And once you close your eyes, see if you can gently close your mouth and bring your lips together. And see if you can begin to become aware of your body breathing in and out through the nose. Just notice that breath. Not necessarily trying to control it. We're just present to it. Watching it go in, watching it go out. And just continue to let your body breathe naturally with eyes closed and lips touching. And then just check in for a moment with your face. If you feel like you're squinting, try to relax the eyes, the muscles of the eyes. Check in with your forehead, try to unfurl your brow. See if you can let go of any clenching of the teeth or tightness in your jaw. Just relax the jaw. And see if you can check in with your neck and your shoulders. Letting go. Arms, upper, lower. Relax the hands, relax the fingers. Relax your torso, relax your chest and upper back, belly, lower back. Check in with your hips, thighs, lower legs, feet, toes. And with the body relaxed, with the breath flowing naturally in and out through the nose, bring to your mind's eye and call into your heart anything that you can be grateful for in this moment or in your life in general. Just fill your head and your heart with gratitude. We're creating a field of thanksgiving. And as you're doing this, it feels like it's bringing a smile to your face. Just allow that to happen. It's been said, if you only had time for one last prayer in life, perhaps the most powerful prayer you could ever utter, it's simply two words, and it's thank you. So even if you on repeat or just say thank you, thank you, thank you. That in of itself is a very powerful practice. And really try to feel grateful. Don't just say it, don't just think it, but try to feel that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my life. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for my breath. Just a couple more moments. In the final moments, with that head and heart filled with gratitude, let's offer it up. Let's give it away, right? Meaning, send out a vibration of gratitude to all of life, really. To planet Earth, everything in our solar system, all solar systems, Milky Way galaxy, all galaxies, universe, perhaps all the multiverses. Ultimately, just the cosmos, just a vibration of gratitude, of thanksgiving coming from our being, my being, your being, out to the world, out to life, to existence. It's a ripple, it's moving out. It's also coming from within. So with that having been done, let's bring the hands together from the heart, and let's bow the head to the heart, and just take a moment to honor yourself for being willing to do what we just did. And I bow to you and honor you for taking the time to be here and allowing me to guide you through this workout. It's truly a privilege and an honor to do so. And I hope it uplifts you and adds energy and vitality to your day, and that you move out feeling good from this moment on. And may you have a blessed day, my friends. So that having been said, thank you. Be good to yourselves, be good to life and others. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon. I'm going to hit that stop button. Thanks for being here, my friends.